Today, I want to invite you on a journey to imagine a life where the end is where you begin. At first glance, that might sound contradictory. Don't we typically start at the beginning? But consider this: what if the secret to achieving our dreams lies in starting with the destination already in sight? Starting with a clear vision is essential when embarking on any journey toward a goal, particularly when embracing the concept that the end is where you begin. This concept is rooted in the idea that by picturing your goals as already accomplished, you create a mental destination that becomes a powerful guiding force for your actions and decisions. Creating a clear vision isn't just about dreaming, it's about setting a mental GPS for yourself, a concrete picture that will direct your focus, inspire your motivation, and help you overcome obstacles along the way. First, a clear vision provides a concrete goalpost that you're always moving toward, no matter the challenges that arise. This vision isn't just a vague hope, but a detailed, vivid image of what you want to achieve. Imagine, for instance, you aspire to start your own business. Simply saying, "I want to be an entrepreneur," is a good start, but it lacks the depth to truly drive you forward. However, picturing the specifics: what kind of business you'll run, what your day-to-day will look like, the feeling of satisfaction at being your own boss, and even the layout of your office turns this goal into something you can almost taste. You're no longer working towards something abstract, you're working towards something that feels real and personal. This clarity enables you to set meaningful, measurable steps along the way, making the journey feel more achievable and giving you a sense of progress as you move toward the life you envision. Furthermore, a well-defined vision taps into the power of visualization, a technique proven to increase the likelihood of success. When you visualize your goal as if it's already achieved, you're not only motivating yourself emotionally but also priming your brain for success. Studies show that when people visualize a task or outcome with detail, the brain activates the same areas as if the experience were actually happening. By mentally rehearsing the end result, you're teaching your brain what to expect, making it more likely that you'll notice opportunities aligned with your vision. Visualization helps bridge the gap between dreams and reality, as it nurtures the belief that you are capable of achieving your desired outcome. Your brain becomes trained to think, "I've done this before," which diminishes self-doubt and builds the confidence needed to persist, even when challenges arise. Another advantage of starting with a clear vision is that it serves as a filter for your decisions, helping you prioritize what's truly important. Life is filled with distractions and demands that can pull us in countless directions. Without a clear end goal, it's easy to get sidetracked or to waste energy on activities that don't align with our true desires. However, when you're holding a vivid image of your desired outcome, every decision becomes a choice between moving toward that vision or moving away from it. It simplifies complex choices and reduces overwhelm because you're no longer acting aimlessly. For example, if your vision is to be in a fulfilling career, the choice to spend extra hours building relevant skills or connecting with a mentor becomes obvious. The vision acts as a compass, orienting your actions and ensuring that you're investing your time and energy wisely. Moreover, having a clear vision can spark creativity and resilience. On the journey toward any goal, you will undoubtedly face obstacles, perhaps even ones you didn't anticipate. Without a strong vision, it's easy to feel disheartened and lose motivation. But when you've started with the end in mind, challenges become less about frustration and more about problem solving. You're more likely to think, "How can I find a way through?" than to simply give up, because you're anchored by the mental image of what awaits at the end. This can open your mind to solutions you may not have considered otherwise. If the road to your goal feels blocked, your vision keeps you motivated to think creatively, to find alternatives, and to keep moving forward with purpose. Each setback becomes part of the journey, rather than a reason to abandon it. Finally, a clear vision taps into the emotional power that fuels commitment and consistency. When you can feel what it will be like to achieve your goal, when you can sense the pride, joy, or relief that will come with reaching your endpoint, you're not just logically committed, you're emotionally invested. This emotional connection provides resilience and momentum when the going gets tough. Often, people start with excitement, only to lose steam when faced with the everyday realities of hard work and sacrifice. But with a clear vision, you have a source of intrinsic motivation that keeps you going. It becomes something you're passionate about, something you want to experience not because you should, but because it genuinely excites and inspires you. In sum, starting with a clear vision is not just a preliminary step, it's a foundational practice that aligns your mind, emotions, and actions with the life you want to create. By defining your end goal in detail, visualizing it regularly, and allowing it to shape your decisions, you're setting yourself up for a purposeful journey toward a future that already feels within reach. This is the power of beginning with the end in mind. It transforms your aspirations from distant hopes to tangible, attainable realities. Assuming the feeling of fulfillment is a powerful step in transforming a goal from an idea into reality. This principle, emphasized by thinkers like Neville Goddard, goes beyond merely thinking positively. It requires a deliberate shift in mindset, where you start embodying the emotions, attitudes, and confidence of someone who has already achieved what they desire. By immersing yourself in the feelings of having already succeeded, you're not just daydreaming or wishfully thinking, you're aligning your entire being with your intended outcome, effectively programming your mind to operate as if success is inevitable. This approach harnesses the psychology of feeling states, which suggests that our emotions directly influence our actions, behavior, and self-image. When you feel a sense of accomplishment, pride, or joy, you tend to act in ways that align with those emotions. For instance, if you feel successful, you're more likely to make decisions and take actions that a successful person would. This isn't about pretending or faking it. It's about internalizing the state of fulfillment as a present reality. Imagine aspiring to be an accomplished author. Instead of seeing yourself as someone striving to be an author, you start embracing the mindset, routine, and sense of pride of someone who has already published a successful book. With this shift, your actions such as writing regularly, submitting work, and networking with publishers become natural extensions of your mindset. You're acting from a place of accomplishment, which dramatically increases the likelihood of your goal manifesting. The brain's response to feelings of fulfillment is one of the key reasons this technique is so effective. Neuroscience tells us that when we visualize and embody an emotional state, our brain can't always distinguish between real and imagined experiences. This phenomenon, called neuroplasticity, means that the brain's neural pathways can adapt and change in response to the thoughts and emotions we cultivate. By consistently assuming the feelings of success, you're rewiring your brain to adopt patterns of thought and behavior that match that reality. This, in turn, builds confidence, reduces self-doubt, and increases motivation. You're training your brain to expect success, making you more resilient to setbacks because in your mind you're already living in alignment with your goal. In addition to mental benefits, assuming the feeling of fulfillment can shape the way others perceive you, opening doors to opportunities. People often pick up on nonverbal cues and subconscious signals, and someone embodying confidence, fulfillment, and purpose naturally attracts positive responses. Take, for example, someone who wants to advance in their career. If they act as if they are already confident, capable, and worthy of the next level, this energy is often noticed by colleagues, mentors, or superiors. This attitude can lead to new opportunities, responsibilities, or endorsements that they might not have received otherwise. It's as if by feeling fulfilled, you radiate an aura that draws in the right people and circumstances to match that state. Your assumption of success becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, where the outer world mirrors your inner conviction. The concept of assuming the feeling of fulfillment also acts as a buffer against discouragement. Every journey has setbacks, and often these setbacks create feelings of doubt or frustration. When you're grounded in the feelings of already having achieved your goal, these temporary difficulties don't shake you as easily. You're able to view challenges as part of the path rather than as roadblocks. By living in the end emotionally, you give yourself a source of strength that helps you navigate the ups and downs with resilience. This is because on a deeper level you know that the end result is assured. Instead of questioning whether you'll succeed, you approach each obstacle as a problem that can be solved along the way to an outcome that's already emotionally real to you. This perspective makes it easier to stay committed, turning setbacks into stepping stones. The power of this approach is further reinforced by the idea that emotions are contagious and shape our everyday experiences. When you carry the feeling of success, it doesn't just affect you, it can uplift those around you. Your energy influences your environment, and people respond to it, often without even realizing why. For example, someone who feels successful and fulfilled may inspire others with their attitude, fostering an atmosphere of positivity and support. This not only builds stronger relationships, but also creates a network of people who are inclined to support your goals and aspirations. Assuming the feeling of fulfillment not only transforms your inner world, but also shapes your interactions and environment in ways that support your journey. Lastly, embodying feelings of success invites a sense of gratitude, which is a key component of attracting more positive experiences. When you act as if you've already achieved your goal, you're effectively saying, "I am grateful for this reality." Gratitude is a powerful state that helps attract more of what we appreciate. By feeling thankful for your success now, you're nurturing an optimistic outlook that helps you notice and appreciate the smaller victories along the way. This appreciation fuels your momentum, as every small win feels like an affirmation that you're moving in the right direction. In sum, assuming the feeling of fulfillment allows you to operate from a mindset of success, which influences your thoughts, actions, interactions, and even the opportunities you attract. By aligning your emotions with the reality you desire, you're creating a powerful psychological and energetic foundation that increases your chances of turning your dreams into reality. This approach doesn't just make you feel good in the present, it transforms your journey, reshaping both your internal and external worlds to reflect the fulfillment you seek. Viewing obstacles as stepping stones rather than roadblocks is a transformative way to approach any journey toward a goal, especially when working with the mindset that the end is where you begin. Challenges are inevitable, but by changing our perception of them, we can turn what might seem like hindrances into essential parts of the process. When we look at obstacles as valuable steps on the way to achieving our goals, we embrace a mindset that allows us to grow, learn, and evolve. This shift in perspective not only increases our resilience but also enhances our creativity, adaptability, and determination. One of the primary benefits of seeing obstacles as stepping stones is that it reframes failure and setbacks as opportunities rather than dead ends. Often people become discouraged when faced with an obstacle, interpreting it as a sign that they're not meant to succeed. However, with the mindset that every challenge is a lesson or a necessary part of growth, obstacles lose their power to halt progress. For example, an athlete training for a marathon may face injuries, fatigue, and mental exhaustion. If they see these challenges as valuable lessons about their physical limits, training techniques, or mental endurance, they're more likely to continue with even greater insight. Instead of being discouraged by setbacks, they can analyze them to understand what changes or improvements are necessary to achieve their goal. This perspective also encourages a problem-solving attitude. When we approach obstacles as steps toward our ultimate destination, our focus shifts from the obstacle itself to finding a way around it. The question becomes not why is this happening, but how can I use this to get closer to my goal? This shift in focus encourages creativity and critical thinking, as we look for innovative solutions and new ways to overcome challenges. Problem solving becomes part of the process, and each solution adds to our toolkit of skills and experiences, which are valuable not only for our current goal but also for future pursuits. For instance, an entrepreneur building a business will inevitably face financial, logistical, and operational challenges. By viewing each problem as a stepping stone, they gain insight into better business practices, learn how to manage resources efficiently, and become more adept adapting to changes in the market. Each challenge, rather than discouraging them, contributes to their development as a skilled, resilient business leader. Moreover, approaching obstacles with this mindset helps to build mental resilience and emotional strength. When we view challenges as essential parts of our journey, we prepare ourselves mentally to face setbacks without becoming overwhelmed. This is especially important when working toward long-term goals that require consistent effort over time. By expecting and even welcoming obstacles as part of the process, we develop patience and persistence. We learn to see beyond immediate difficulties, understanding that they're temporary and ultimately beneficial to our growth. Resilience is a critical quality in any achievement, and by seeing obstacles as stepping stones, we develop the inner strength needed to persist, regardless of external conditions. This mindset fosters emotional stability, helping us to stay calm and composed even in the face of difficulties. This approach also has the added benefit of fostering self-awareness and personal growth. Each obstacle we face presents a unique opportunity to reflect on our abilities, beliefs, and areas for improvement. By treating challenges as steps in the learning process, we gain deeper insights into our strengths and weaknesses. For example, a writer facing writer's block might initially feel frustrated, but if they see this challenge as an opportunity for growth, they may examine what's causing the block. They might realize they need to adjust their writing routine, seek new inspiration, or address underlying fears of failure. This self-awareness is invaluable because it allows us to adapt and make improvements that support not only our current goal, but also our overall development as individuals. In this way, obstacles are like mirrors, reflecting areas where we can grow, refine our approach, and ultimately become better equipped to achieve our goals. Thus, viewing obstacles as stepping stones also builds confidence over time. Each time we overcome a challenge, we reinforce the belief that we are capable of handling adversity. This sense of accomplishment becomes a source of confidence, making us feel more prepared for future obstacles. It creates a positive feedback loop. Overcoming one obstacle builds confidence, which in turn helps us face the next challenge with greater assurance. Confidence is a powerful asset in any pursuit, as it motivates us to take on greater challenges, push our limits, and continue striving for our goals with conviction. Knowing that we've successfully navigated past obstacles reinforces the belief that we are resourceful and resilient enough to handle whatever comes our way. Finally, seeing obstacles as stepping stones aligns perfectly with the idea of living in the end. When you hold a vision of your goal as already achieved, temporary setbacks don't hold the same weight because your focus remains fixed on the outcome. You understand that each challenge is just one step closer to where you want to be. By accepting obstacles as necessary parts of the journey, you stay connected to your end vision, allowing it to pull you forward despite any setbacks. In this way, obstacles become not only part of the process, but also part of the transformation that takes place as you grow into the person capable of achieving your goal. In sum, viewing obstacles as stepping stones is a powerful approach that turns challenges into opportunities for growth, resilience, and self-discovery. It changes the way we perceive and react to setbacks, allowing us to use them as catalysts for development. Each obstacle becomes a valuable part of our journey, shaping us into stronger, wiser, and more capable individuals. This mindset empowers us to stay committed to our goals, maintaining the conviction that every step, even the difficult ones, ultimately brings us closer to our vision. Acting as your ideal self today is a transformative concept that involves embodying the qualities, habits, and mindset of the person you aspire to become, even before you've reached your goals. This approach, rooted in visualization and behavioral psychology, emphasizes living in alignment with your vision right now, rather than waiting for external success to validate your actions. By adopting the characteristics of your future self in the present moment, you essentially bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be, creating a powerful foundation for genuine growth and progress. This approach is not about pretending to be someone you're not, but rather about aligning your current actions with your aspirations, allowing you to create lasting change from within. One of the main benefits of acting as your ideal self today is that it initiates a profound shift in mindset. Often people think of their goals as something distant or outside of themselves, leading to a constant feeling of striving and unfulfillment. By embodying your future self, you bring that goal closer to your present reality, which can have a significant impact on your self-confidence and motivation. For instance, if you aspire to become a successful entrepreneur, adopting the daily habits, attitudes, and decision-making style of an established business owner helps you feel more capable and competent. You start making choices and taking actions that align with your vision, and over time, these actions compound into real progress. Acting as your ideal self creates a mindset shift from "I hope to be successful one day" to "I am building my success today," which increases commitment and confidence. This approach also encourages you to cultivate the habits that are necessary to reach your goals. Success is often the result of consistent, small actions rather than big, singular events. By adopting the daily routines and practices of your future self, you're essentially reverse engineering your goals. For example, someone who wants to be a published author would benefit from incorporating daily writing into their routine, just as a published author would. By building these habits now, you make the path to success smoother and more attainable, as you're already accustomed to the behaviors that will get you there. You're not waiting for success to come to you, you're actively creating it by building the discipline and skills necessary to embody that future identity. These habits become stepping stones that eventually lead to the reality you envision, but they also enhance your life in the present, making you more disciplined, focused, and purposeful. Acting as your ideal self today also helps you cultivate a growth-oriented mindset, which is essential for resilience and adaptability. When you adopt the perspective of someone who has already achieved success, you're more likely to approach setbacks as learning experiences rather than as reasons to give up. If your ideal self is resilient, proactive, and open to learning, then embodying these traits now allows you to navigate challenges with greater ease. For instance, if your goal is to excel in a competitive field, your future self would likely view obstacles as valuable lessons rather than as deterrents. Adopting this mindset today means you'll be more willing to experiment, take calculated risks, and see failures as part of the journey. This growth mindset helps you stay adaptable and forward-thinking, qualities that are crucial for sustained progress. Another significant benefit of acting as your ideal self is that it shapes your environment and relationships in ways that support your goals. When you start behaving as if you've already achieved your vision, the people around you begin to notice, often responding to you in alignment with your aspirations. If you want to be a leader, for example, acting with confidence, decisiveness, and empathy in your current roles can lead others to see you as a leader as well. This can attract more opportunities, mentorship, and support, as people start treating you according to the energy you project. Surrounding yourself with people who see you in this light can be invaluable. as it reinforces your self-belief and propels you further on your journey. Furthermore, embodying your ideal self cultivates a sense of authenticity and alignment. Often people feel disconnected from their goals because they see them as external achievements or as something they should pursue. By living as if you're already in alignment with your vision, you create a deeper connection between your inner values and your outer actions. This alignment fosters a sense of integrity and self-trust, as you know that you're living true to your vision rather than waiting for some future circumstance to make it feel real. This sense of authenticity can be deeply fulfilling, as it allows you to experience the joy, pride, and satisfaction of being your true self every day. You're not postponing your happiness or sense of purpose, you're embodying it in real time. Finally, acting as your ideal self today allows you to enjoy the journey rather than solely focusing on the destination. When you live as if you've already achieved your goals, the path itself becomes rewarding. Every day you're taking actions that align with your values and dreams, which brings a sense of purpose and satisfaction. Instead of feeling as though you're in a constant state of not there yet, you can take pride in knowing that you're actively creating your future, step by step. This enjoyment of the process is crucial for sustaining motivation and preventing burnout. When each day holds meaning, you're less likely to feel discouraged by temporary setbacks because you're already experiencing the fulfillment of living in alignment with your vision. In conclusion, acting as your ideal self today is a transformative practice that brings the future you desire into the present moment. By embodying the qualities, habits, and mindset of the person you wish to become, you align your actions with your aspirations, allowing you to create lasting change from within. This approach not only enhances your self-confidence and motivation, but also cultivates resilience, shapes your relationships, fosters authenticity, and allows you to enjoy the journey. By embracing the identity of your future self now, you're not merely working toward a goal, you're living it, making each day a powerful step toward turning your dreams into reality. Embracing patience and trust in the process is an essential mindset for achieving any long-term goal. The journey toward a significant goal is rarely straightforward or immediate. It's natural to face challenges, delays, and moments of doubt, but by cultivating patience and trusting that the right steps will eventually lead you to your destination, you create a stable foundation for lasting success. This principle of patience and trust isn't about passivity, rather, it's about staying committed, resilient, and adaptable, knowing that meaningful achievements often take time and are built step by step. One of the key reasons patience is so important is that progress, especially for ambitious goals, is rarely linear. People often expect to see immediate results from their efforts, but the reality is that growth often happens in stages. There may be periods of rapid progress followed by plateaus or even temporary setbacks. Patience allows you to recognize that these plateaus are a natural part of growth rather than an indication that you're failing. For instance, if you're learning a new skill, you might initially see a lot of improvement as you get familiar with the basics. But as you reach more advanced levels, progress might slow down as each next step requires greater effort and mastery. By staying patient, you allow yourself to move through these stages without becoming discouraged. You understand that each level requires time, and every small improvement contributes to the bigger picture. Another critical benefit of patience is that it fosters resilience and helps you avoid burnout. When we're impatient, we often push ourselves too hard, expecting to reach our goals faster than is realistically possible. This intense pace can lead to exhaustion, frustration, and ultimately burnout. But when you trust in the process, you allow yourself to work steadily and sustainably. You pace yourself, understanding that consistency is more important than speed. In the long run, this balanced approach is far more productive than trying to rush through challenges. For example, someone training for a marathon must follow a structured, gradual training plan to build endurance. Trying to run the full distance without sufficient preparation would only result in injury. In the same way, being patient in any pursuit allows you to build your endurance for your journey, ensuring that you can keep going without depleting your energy and enthusiasm. Trusting the process also means accepting that not every step will yield visible results, and that's okay. Often progress is happening behind the scenes in ways that aren't immediately noticeable. Consider a farmer who plants seeds in spring. The farmer can't see the seeds growing beneath the soil, but they trust that with time, water, and sunlight, they will eventually sprout. Similarly, when working toward a goal, it's essential to trust that your consistent efforts are building momentum, even if the results aren't immediately visible. Each day that you put in effort, whether it's studying, practicing, networking, or working out, contributes to a cumulative effect. This quiet, unseen progress is often the foundation of sudden breakthroughs that may seem overnight but are really the result of steady, patient work. By trusting that your actions are laying the groundwork for future success, you can stay motivated, knowing that each step is contributing to the outcome you desire. Another aspect of patience and trust is understanding that the process itself holds valuable lessons and experiences. Often the journey teaches us things we couldn't have anticipated at the start. This learning process is crucial because it equips us with the skills, insights, and resilience needed for long-term success. Embracing patience allows you to remain open to these lessons rather than rushing through the journey solely focused on the end goal. Imagine an aspiring chef who is learning the culinary arts. Each dish they prepare, each mistake they correct, and each technique they master adds to their skill set, making them a better chef over time. By rushing the process, they would miss out on important lessons that ultimately contribute to their growth. Trusting the process means valuing the journey as much as the destination, knowing that every experience along the way is a building block toward your ultimate goal. Patience also builds confidence in your own abilities. When you trust the process, you're affirming your belief that, over time, your consistent efforts will yield results. This confidence reduces self-doubt as you become secure in the knowledge that your commitment will eventually be rewarded. Instead of questioning whether you're capable or worrying about when you'll succeed, you focus on putting in the work, knowing that each step is taking you closer to your goal. This confidence becomes a powerful motivator, making you more likely to stay committed through challenges and setbacks. For example, if you're working toward a career goal and patiently advancing your skills, you reinforce your belief in your ability to succeed. This self-assurance creates a positive feedback loop, where confidence in the process makes you more resilient, which in turn makes you more successful over time. Finally, embracing patience and trust creates a mindset of gratitude and presence. When you're constantly fixated on reaching your goal, it's easy to overlook the small achievements, growth, and joys along the way. By being patient and trusting that you're on the right path, you can appreciate each moment and find fulfillment in the journey itself. This shift in focus from getting there to being here can lead to a greater sense of satisfaction as you become aware of the progress you're making each day. For instance, if you're learning a language, instead of feeling frustrated about not being fluent yet, you can appreciate the small milestones: understanding a conversation, reading a paragraph, or writing your first sentence. These small victories add up, and by celebrating them, you cultivate a sense of joy that keeps you motivated for the long haul. In conclusion, embracing patience and trust in the process is a mindset that transforms the way you approach your goals. By allowing yourself time, you build resilience, avoid burnout, and create steady progress. Trusting the process fosters confidence and allows you to appreciate the journey, making each step meaningful. Patience and trust aren't just passive qualities, they are active tools that enable you to move forward with clarity, purpose, and a sense of fulfillment, ultimately bringing you closer to your goals with a deeper appreciation for the growth along the way. Believing in yourself is one of the most crucial elements in achieving any goal, particularly when you embrace the concept that the end is where you begin. Self-belief acts as an internal compass guiding your actions, decisions, and resilience in the face of setbacks. Without a firm belief in your own capabilities and vision, it's easy to become derailed by challenges or the opinions of others. In contrast, when you have a deep sense of self-belief, you create a foundation that not only supports your goals but also empowers you to grow, adapt, and thrive on your journey. One of the first ways self-belief affects your journey is by shaping your perception of obstacles. Without a strong sense of self, setbacks can feel like confirmations of inadequacy or reasons to give up. But when you believe in yourself, you view obstacles as part of the process rather than as evidence that you're not capable. Self-belief allows you to approach challenges with a mindset that says, "I am equipped to handle this," rather than "this is too much for me." This shift in perspective is powerful, as it enables you to stay committed even when things aren't going smoothly. For instance, an aspiring artist who faces criticism might feel discouraged if they lack confidence, seeing the feedback as a reflection of their limitations. But with self-belief, they can view critiques as constructive, allowing them to grow and improve. Self-belief doesn't eliminate challenges, but it transforms how you respond to them, enabling resilience and a more proactive attitude. Believing in yourself also directly impacts the actions you're willing to take toward your goals. Often people hesitate to pursue ambitious dreams because they doubt their ability to succeed. This self-doubt can lead to procrastination, avoidance, and missed opportunities. In contrast, self-belief propels you forward, encouraging you to take bold steps and seize opportunities that align with your vision. You become willing to push beyond your comfort zone because you trust that, no matter what happens, you're capable of handling it. For example, someone with the goal of starting their own business might feel uncertain about quitting their job, approaching investors, or taking financial risks. But if they truly believe in their ability to succeed, they're more likely to take these necessary steps, turning their dream into a reality. Self-belief doesn't guarantee success, but it ensures that you'll take the actions needed to move toward it. In addition, self-belief nurtures a sense of personal accountability. When you believe in yourself, you understand that you have the power to influence your own outcomes. You don't wait for others to validate or direct your path. Instead, you take ownership of your journey. This sense of accountability drives you to set high standards for yourself and to work diligently to meet them. You become less reliant on external validation because your motivation is internally driven. This self-reliance is empowering, as it makes you the architect of your own success. Rather than blaming circumstances or waiting for the right time, you take responsibility for your progress. For instance, a writer aiming to publish a novel might set daily writing goals, attend workshops, and seek constructive feedback, not because they need approval, but because they are committed to realizing their own potential. Self-belief fuels this accountability, creating a sense of agency and purpose that propels you forward. Self-belief also has a magnetic quality that attracts support from others. When you carry yourself with confidence and conviction, people around you are more likely to believe in you as well. This can lead to valuable relationships, mentorship, and opportunities that further support your journey. Confidence is contagious. It inspires others to support and collaborate with you because they see you as someone who is committed and capable. This network of support can be instrumental in achieving your goals, as it provides encouragement, resources, and insights that you might not have access to on your own. For instance, an entrepreneur who exudes self-belief is more likely to attract investors, clients, or partners because their confidence reassures others that they have what it takes to succeed. Belief in oneself, therefore, doesn't just benefit you internally, it opens doors in the external world by drawing in people who want to be part of your vision. Another powerful aspect of self-belief is that it reinforces a positive self-image, which has a lasting impact on motivation and mental well-being. When you see yourself as someone who is capable and worthy of achieving your dreams, you foster a positive relationship with yourself. This sense of self-worth motivates you to keep pushing forward, even on difficult days. You treat yourself with kindness and compassion, recognizing that setbacks are part of the journey rather than personal failures. This self-compassion is essential because it allows you to maintain momentum without being overly critical or hard on yourself. For example, someone training for a fitness goal may have days when they struggle or fall short of their targets. With self-belief, they're more likely to forgive themselves for these minor setbacks, refocus, and keep going. This healthy self-image creates a positive cycle, where belief in oneself strengthens resilience, which in turn fosters greater progress. Finally, self-belief empowers you to envision a future that feels both realistic and inspiring. When you believe in yourself, you see your goals as attainable rather than distant dreams. This belief transforms your vision into something you can actively work toward rather than something you passively hope for. By visualizing yourself in the end state of having achieved your goal, you create a roadmap that bridges your present self with your future aspirations. You start to identify as the person who has already succeeded, making choices and taking actions that align with that future self. This process of envisioning and embodying your ideal outcome reinforces your commitment, as you start to see yourself as capable of reaching your goal. In conclusion, self-belief is a fundamental force that influences every aspect of the journey toward achieving your dreams. It transforms how you perceive challenges, drives you to take meaningful actions, fosters accountability, attracts support, and reinforces a positive self-image. Believing in yourself allows you to bridge the gap between your present self and the person you aspire to become. It serves as a steady source of motivation and resilience, reminding you that you are capable, worthy, and deserving of success. With self-belief, you don't just set goals, you actively work toward them, creating a path to turn your vision into reality. In conclusion, the end is where you begin reminds us that success starts with envisioning the outcome and acting in alignment with that vision today. By mentally immersing ourselves in our goals, we set a clear direction and fuel our journey with confidence, patience, and resilience. Acting as our ideal selves in the present moment not only brings us closer to our dreams, but also cultivates the mindset, habits, and environment necessary for sustained growth. This approach teaches us to embrace the journey, trust the process, and learn from every experience along the way. Believing in ourselves becomes the bedrock of our progress, enabling us to overcome obstacles, take accountability, and foster a positive self-image. Ultimately, embodying this mindset transforms goals into realities, allowing us to create fulfilling lives that reflect our highest aspirations. With each step, we move closer to becoming who we're truly meant to be.